Hello, hi. I'm a little, a little shaky. Um, but I should be good to go. Dad went to the store, so I've asked for some almonds to restore my stamina. Um, but we're gonna check out a cool game demo, maybe two cool game demos, maybe just one, and then some World of Horror. Because I discovered recently that I missed three entire fucking mysteries from World of Horror, which is fucked up and crazy. Um, I already played them off stream, but I've only gotten one ending per mystery, and two of those mysteries have two endings. And there's that update coming soon, so I need to get back to getting my fucking achievements for that. But that depends on when the almonds get here. If the almonds don't get here soon enough, then we're just gonna play the RUNT and then bounce. But if I am suddenly rejuvenated playing video games or the almonds get here, maybe we'll do World of Horror. Let me see about getting the game to launch. And where's game capture? Where's the let's see the scary game? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Okay. Panic at the Disco, I need you to hush. Be gone. Be gone. This is cool shit. Hello. Ooh. 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 Okay. Let me scoot things because I have to have my legs up with how wobbly I feel. There we go. Let's check the settings. Yeah, let's lower it just a touch. Or I think it's at a good volume for me, but it also looks like it risks being louder than I am. So I'm gonna just turn it down on OBS. Censored language. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Are we just swearing, or or is something happening? Wait, closed caption. Is there voice acting in this? Looks left, looks right. Oh, okay, there's no, you know what? It is the demo, so that makes sense. I'm, you know what? You know what? It's fine. If, surely we can re-enter the settings, during the game. Surely it'll be fine. It's fine. Surely it's fine. Full screen seems to be alright. The fucking shaky. Oh. It's so scary how shaky it is. Alright. New game. I guess slot 1. Warning, within this game, there are depictions of— oh, sweet! There's a warning right here. let me bring let me go and add that to the Nightbot thing. Let me I was like, I'm going in blind, so I don't know what the fuck we're dealing with, but they got my back. Alright. Religious trauma, homophobia. Wait, looks right. They're not gonna. Because when it's censored or uncensored, I'm like, are we just swearing, or is it, or are people gonna be dropping slurs? I already added. Did I spell that right? Yes. Okay, I think that's everything. Update. Alright. Warning! Within this game, there are depictions of physical and emotional abuse, animal death, gore, blood, body horror, verbal homophobia, verbal misogyny, verbal sexism. There are descriptions of physical and emotional abuse, suicidal thoughts, animal death, blood, gore, blood, body horror, religious trauma, homophobia, misogyny, sexism, pregnancy, and fratricide. Any opinions provided by characters in the game do not reflect those of the developer or publisher of RUNT. Okay! Let me take a drink. That was a mouthful. But very nice that they have such a detailed... that they have such a thorough and detailed, content warning. There was a piece of apple skin hiding in my tea. What the fuck? A secret treat? We got Honeycrisp apples, after my appointment on Wednesday. It was fucking awesome. They're so good. Saving. Don't touch nothing now. Okay. Oh. Hold down spacebar to fast forward through dialogue. Dialogue choices cannot be skipped while fast forwarding. Of course. I don't know how many times I've written this. I feel like I'm running out of pages. But each time I think about what happened that week, I remember more and more until it becomes this big puzzle of details that just don't fit right. Oh my god. Guy who only plays Pathologic 3. Get a lot of Pathologic 3 vibes. I swear to God, if we're gonna be, if it's a replaying the same set of fucking days, if it's a fucking, oh, I'm gonna lose it. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna start over, right from the beginning. My name is RUNT. Oh, the closed captions is for the, like, sound cues. That's really good, actually. Me and my brothers live near Skipclaw on the perimeter, right where the land meets the forest. There are 5 of us. Hunter, Tanner, Garver, Fisher, and Nate. I was 9 when it all happened. All I ever heard was the big power station over in Brinshaw blew up. When the smoke filled the air, it never left. All connections and wired shit like that never got up and running again. It's black and gray every day since the power station blew up. It's black and gray everywhere as far as anyone knows. I'd like to apologize for any potential background noise coming from my closed window. They don't sound very good, and with daylight savings, that means my usual stream times are no longer at sundown, and so there are children out. They're very loud. Bless their hearts. The stars don't even show at night. We almost starved that first year. Nobody ever came for us out here in Skipclaw. No army, no government. The food won't grow easy in a world like this. Animals don't like it too much either. There's a rift in the world now. Crack in reality. Dad would have known what to do. He always said there was a war out there. That's why he was hard on us. There's going to be a war someday between the righteous and unrighteous. A war for our souls. Dad was doing his best. Dad always said he was a righteous man in a world full of sickness and perversion. He preached a while down south until most of his flock turned away from the truth that God has given him. I see. It's too hard for him, I guess. God demands a lot. He demands a lot so he can give a lot. Dad was the mouth of God. Was he though? He could whip the crowd into a frenzy like nothing, crying and dropping to the floor and speaking in tongues the way God wanted him. Show him that he was there and he was real and Dad was the mouth of God. Well, you are convincing me even less about this whole mouth of God thing, right? I don't know, man. It was too much for those of little faith. Dad left, taking a bit of land on the outskirts of Skipclaw, where he was going to prepare us for the war and the end of time. He started saying we didn't need town. We were better off without the world. Chicken! Georgie! I can't read that one very well, but that one's Georgie. He said evil came in through the radio and the TV station and the bags of chicken feed and the starter potatoes and the seeds and all the friends we made. All we really needed was each other and our faith. Not the chicken. What about they're the chickens? Look at them. I love it when the character we play is a little artiste. I love it. Look at these. I love this. Things are hard. God wanted them to be hard. We were unhappy because we weren't right with God, because we had tainted the earth with our sins. Dad did what he could, but he wasn't trained to run our little outpost at the edge of the wilderness. He had been a juvie warden during seminary. Picked up a few things. Knew a few guys who built us a bunker and filled it with enough rations to keep us going for a few years. Everything else we had was books, copies and copies and copies of Dad's teachings he had printed out on his own dime. His own fucking dime, he used to say, red in the face because no one wanted them. No one was ready to open their hearts to God enough to buy one. Those were the first things I ever learned to read. I didn't even know picture books were a thing until I was too old to read them. We gotta kill this guy. What do you mean you didn't give them the glory of picture books? What the fuck? We gotta kill him for other reasons, but... Oh. We failed that. All of us. He punished us the way you punish a grown man. No! We starved and froze and dried out in the heat. We slept short hours. Up at the crack of dawn till so late in the night you couldn't stand on your own 2 feet anymore. No matter how tired or thin we got, we did our work. We had to survive. Survive the tests. The never-ending tests. And then Dad got sick. Vindication. Oh. He had a disease whose name I think Hunter knows, but I forgot. He needed shots. The world went up in a bunch of black smoke. All the medicine went with it. Not that Dad had believed in any of it before. He couldn't really ever trust what the government was doing. But that medicine he needed, somehow he found some. He took it religiously. When he ran out, that was it. One day he was alive, and one day he wasn't. He died after years of wasting away, right when he was needed the most, and the world, with its apocalypse, proved him right. Of course, we had to go back into the town then. We needed them. They needed us, too, it seemed. Hunter fixed it all up. 5 of us strong boys with enough guns and ammo for a small army became the army of Skipflaw. We patrolled, we policed, we hunted, and we maintained the perimeter. Nobody comes and goes without Hunter knowing about it. Nobody goes out at night without Hunter knowing about it. Nobody shown so much as sneezed without Hunter's permission. Hello, Simba Simba! Hello, baby kitten. You are on my desk. You have a little something in your eye. Let me get that. There you go, baby. Want to sit in my lap? Oh, yep. There's a Simba in my lap now. I knew I was right to switch to this sprite. Oh, don't mess with my headphones, baby, okay? Oh yeah, so there's a thing right here I think we could click to get to the options. Hunter's word was law. The whole town was ours, and it thrived as best as it could under the unbearable weight of an endless blackened sky. Would Dad be proud? I guess it doesn't matter now. Dad was gone, Mom died giving birth to me, and none of us knew what to feel. We were on our own. It was 5 years to the day of his death when everything changed. All because of what we saw in the church. RUNT. RUNT. Get up. You better be moving by the time I get there. Ow. Get up. Quit hiding. Carver stood over me. Didn't see his face. Just knew he was sneering at me. I'm up. You scribbling in your little diary again? Oh, it's this! That's so good! His fucking talk noise is the zipper! I love that! That is so good. I love that so much. Kinda girly, ain't it? God forbid a sensitive little guy writes in his diary. Is he up? He's up, writing in his damn little book again. Hello. I didn't get a good look at Fisher before this. Man, this design's fucking weird. God, I love the art in this game so much. Everyone looks so fucking cool. Oh, it's like the fucking like staticky noise of like over the phone or something like that. Or like radio static almost. Oh, I love it! Oh, this is so cool. Bibi is snoring. You guys can't hear it, but Bibi is snoring like a motherfucker on the bed right now. You ready to go, Runt? No lollygagging now. I said I was up. Oh, we back talking now? Carver, we don't have time. It's not my fault we're late. Hunt been hiding from us. Again. Can't sniff me out anymore under that thing. Oh, and Runt's noise is like pencil writing on paper. It's so good! Don't you get lippy with me. I'll fucking knock you upside the head. Fucking throw your bed out to the pond, you hear me? Ooh! I can't quite identify what that noise is for Tanner, but it's very... What are y'all squabbling about? We were just talking to Runt. Says he's ready. I can speak for myself, you know. Don't leave me alone don't leave me alone with Carver. He's gonna beat my ass. Don't leave me alone with Carver. He's gonna beat me up. Yeah. You weren't speaking earlier, were you? Okay. It's the anniversary of Dad's death. On a Sunday, no less. We're going to the church. Call it church. It's really just a rickety old storehouse we fixed up to serve something holy. I really didn't want to go. Carver, fucking asshole that he was right. I'd been hiding. Foolish as it was, I hoped they wouldn't find me. Wanted to see their flashlights sweeping past the windows, and calling out my name before giving up and going on without me. One of them would unload on me, probably Hunter. But at least I wouldn't be in that church. That's why I was Runt. The little guy, the weak guy, that I'm hiding under the bed from the switch. They always found me, I still hadn't learned that lesson. I had to get my stuff packed before I went. I stood up from my little nook between the kitchen and the basement, so my backpack had spilled everywhere. Motherfucker! And my things were scattered across the floor. I knew it was Carver. Luckily, I had my flashlight. Collecting items. To pick up items, search the environment with your flashlight. You'll often need to dig through a lot of trash or clutter to find exactly what you need. When you find what you're looking for, click on it and add it to your bag. Journal, radio, map, paper with the code. It's sexy to be sexy. That's really good. Oh, that's really good. That's that one of them grip strengthening things? I literally have something like that in my drawer right now. Oh. Where's that? My shit! The journal. Radio. That's not it. Is the map though? Yeah, it's the map. Alright. Radio. There's the paper. Oh, there's my radio. I did it. Had to sort my shit out. To be sure it was all in the best spot to grab. I remember checking my bag. You can examine items. Oh, Simba, it's uncomfortable doing this. You can examine items in your inventory by hovering over their icons. Giving items a closer look can help with puzzles and requests. Your inventory can be opened by clicking on your bag. You cannot open your inventory while in dialogue. Hashtag my bag. All the items you collect can be examined here in your bag. But for now, let's get your radio and journal ready. Click on each of them to place them permanently on your HUD. When you're done looking around in your bag, click the strap at the bottom left to close it. Okay. padlock code scribbled on a slip of paper. It reads a board. Click on your radio to switch it on and off. The radio only plays music, which changes depending on where you are and who you're talking to. Now let's check out your journal. I'll play music. Not playing anything right now, though. The journal is where you keep track of your thoughts, feelings, and your to-do list. Scribbled notes on your changing feelings and your to-do list can both be found on the Me page, while the rest of the journal contains everything else. Whenever you see a red swirl in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, something important has been added to your journal. Below your Me page is your mind map. If I had a... no, I shan't. Let me take a quick drink here because I'm getting lightheaded. What, Simba, do you want soda? No? I know he wants dinner, and I'm surprised he's not yelling at me while in my lap about it, because he's been very cranky during feeding time because of his steroids, but he only has one more pill to take. Yeah, you only got one more pill to take, buddy. And then you're home free till your blood work. And then your teeth pulling. And then after whatever your post-op stuff is, you're home free for real. So technically we're not home free yet. But we're almost done with me shoving pills down your throat, buddy, okay? You still got that something in your eye. Let me get it. Let me get it. Right there. Let me get it. I think I got it. Did I get it? I think so, yeah. Okay. Where was I? This mind map will automatically collect and connect key pieces of info during conversations and display how they relate to each other, if at all. You'll get a new mind map each day to help track. There's a word missing here. To help keep track of evolving leads as the week progresses. When you're done checking out your journal, head out to meet your brothers. Be quick about it. They aren't that patient. Click on the hand on the bottom left to close your journal. Ain't much to do right now. Get irritated. Can't put my finger on it. My dreams are only vague nightmares. I feel too much about myself. Hope my rounds go quick. Did my shift by myself today. Everyone had to prepare for Dad's. Don't know what you call it. Funeral. It's like we're reburying him all over again. Okay. Alright. Alright, Simba, I'm putting you down. I gotta adjust how I'm sitting. Oh my goodness. Up and at 'em. There was no sense in waiting. Had to put it off long enough. Got my things in my backpack and went out the door of our house. They gonna jump me. Everyone was waiting for me. I can't turn on my video. No, I should have left it on. Shit. Or no, that's not radio static. That's something else. Took you long enough. You did this last year. What's your damn problem? I stayed silent. There wasn't anything I could say. No answer, no reason was ever enough. Cat's got his tongue like usual. Too good to be talking to us. You got everything? Waiting on Hunter now. He was scoping, making sure the path's cleared. No outsiders come around today. Schedule is set. No patrol for any of us today. Except RUNT. He should have done one. I had done one, crack of dawn, shivering along the perimeter before the sun attempted its daily battle to break through the clouds. Was he being truthful? Did anyone see him? Tried being quiet. You think he's a liar, Carver? Oh my god. Well, he wasn't being real forthcoming earlier, was he? Bet he got halfway around the fence and took a load off under some sycamore. I tried to be quiet. Really, I did. Carver, don't be saying shit now. Come to think of it, he was also missing all yesterday. Tell the truth, Runt. You jerking it under some bush? Dialogue. At key points in conversation through the game, you get to decide what Runt will say. Some of the dialogue choices will make you Some of the dialogue choices you make will alter your personality and can change how certain characters react to you. Hints as to how your personality is shifting inside of you as a result of your choices can be seen on the B page in your journal. Ooh. Ooh. I'm tired. Please, Carver. Not today. Come on, Carver. Quit it. Fisher got my back. If nobody got me, I know Fisher got me. Oh, y'all can't take a joke. We need to kill him. He should not be the one getting to bear the cool kitty mask. We gotta beat his ass. Probably. Runt transgender? That would make Tanner transphobic. And I think everyone in this game sucks to some degree anyway. But, much to think about. Runt. Woo! 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 Woo-wee! Oh, that's scary. I think there's barely the outline of a face under that. That's scary. We fell silent, standing in our little half circle around Hunter. He towered over us. Bearskin draped over his big-ass frame, making him even bigger than he actually was. We were all on edge. See, Hunter was in a black mood. Had been for a few days at that point. It was like a shadow that swallowed all the light around him, half hiding him against the prairie grass. You could feel it even before he got close to you, this horrible heaviness, muted only by the weight of his big old bearskin cloak. See, Hunter had a dog named Rip. This shaggy, vicious thing that snapped at anyone that wasn't Hunter. No. Don't tell me. Couldn't tell you what kind of dog it was. Some sort of mutt that I swore was part wolf. Those two loved each other more than anything. Certainly more than Hunter ever loved us. He never hit River. Not once. He would have liked us better if we were all his dogs. Loyal, silent, and obedient without even the ability to question his command. But River had died a few days ago. Yeah, I'd be in a black mood then too. Understood. Everyone stop fucking joking around and lock in, or Hunter is gonna fucking eat us. Hunter didn't say much else on it. Not how or why or when, but only that River died. Kept the mutt hidden away, not letting any of us get close to it. I could only take his word that River had passed. None of us had the words to comfort each other. I was silent when he told me, standing stone still among the chickens in the yard that early morning. No doubt everyone else was the same. That black mood in the days that followed the river's death built and built, like wood heaped on an invisible fire. That silent heat rippled around us as we stood before him. Oh. I wish I could say I had pity for him. For River to die and then having to deal with Dad's anniversary right after, but I think I was scared more than anything. All this heat, it had to go somewhere. God help who it struck. Ready? Turned towards us, face black under the teeth of his hood. I nodded. We all nodded. Tanner, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, Tanner! Tanner, shut up! We were waiting for RUNT. He was hiding. I wasn't hiding. How many times do I gotta say it? Guys, everyone shut the fuck up. Everyone shut the fuck up. Enough. We are so fucked. I think I can turn the game up a little. It doesn't seem to be getting as loud as I thought it would. Oh. His hand was on my shoulder. Even through my jacket, through his gloves, I could feel his strength, his power, and fingers dug in tight. Let's go. RUNT. Take point. Understood! I knew my brothers were sneering under their masks. Taking point was not something to be proud of. It was the first line of defense if we got attacked. The first wall of meat. He kinda scary! He kinda scary! Oh, no. Fuck. I fucked up. I had to burn him so it wouldn't attract them. It became a tradition that would take a little trinket or something. That would be Dad. His presence. His spirit. We're always finding bits of him everywhere at home. Like somehow, in his death, his ghost had come home and I don't know, melded with the house. His hair, his clothes, his writings, every nook and cranny he was there, always watching us, and he never left. RUNT. Yes. Let's bug out. Now. It's a bad idea to keep him waiting any longer. Your map is in the lower right-hand corner near your bag. Use your map to move around Skipclaw and see the lay of the land. For now, open your map and head to the church. I wanna turn on my music. Fine. Oh, cute. Church. With each step, my feet got heavy. I'm stomping on sticks and dry grass and getting cuffed at the back of the head by Carver when I slowed down. But he said anything. Each time I lagged, I could feel the heat of their eyes on my neck. Heavy, strange step? What do you mean by that? Oh. Winter halted, raised a hand. Stop. Down. He dropped. He didn't disobey. Not in this world. Hesitation got you killed. 9 o'clock. There, just beyond the top of the fence. He lay on the crest of the hill, looking down into a shallow, dry gulch. We shuffled in the grass. Positioning ourselves just beneath the brush. We smelled it before we saw it. That thick, acrid, musky scent. There it was. What the fuck is that? Oh, and the breathing? Oh no. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that voice because it's making my throat all kinds of fucked up. I say that, but I'm gonna try to stop doing the voice, okay? We have all sorts of names for them. Hunter calls them the unholy. Tanner and Fisher call them lung dogs, along with most of the town. Harper calls them those flesh, those flesh fucks. You know, with what little I can see, fitting. To me, they're always twisters. Why twisters? Well, how else are you supposed to get the head off? You'd always hear them if they were close. And big sacks pressing out air, wheezing and breathing and gurgling, sounding like death rattles. Even more than their breathing, I hate their eyes, but they never seem to blink. Even before I knew all that they could do, wanted to put a bullet in their skulls just for those lids to finally drop and quit staring at me. It appeared after the blackout, poured in from some unknown place for some unknown purpose. Something more than animal, less than human. We had our rifles. They had the dark. The never-ending dark. Tried to focus. Nothing good comes from daydreaming on a battlefield. We watched it as it swayed in the field, was hiding low in the grass. Hunter prepped his rifle and waited. Typically, we aimed to engage and scare them off as quickly as possible. But a wasted bullet is a wasted bullet. As we crouched there, I felt a hand bump mine, knocking my flashlight. Couldn't tell you who, but my gut says it was Carver. God fucking damn it, my flashlight! I couldn't move quick enough. My flashlight blasted on, over the fence and out across the field. Oh, don't say that! Who fucking... Oh... Stop talking. All stilled at Hunter's heavy, commanding, I'll beat the shit out of you if you so much as breathe tone I was all too familiar with. The beam caught the twister as it tore and mawed at some creature. He watched, unable to look away. The sound carried over the prairie, wet and sinewy, and echoed in the cold. In the dark grass, I felt a firm hand paw around towards mine. Who is fucking with us in this dire situation? It took my flashlight and went to flick it off. As it did, the sound of the beam powering off cracked into the night. The twister looked up. It was near black in the field, the twister a liquid shadow against the grass. Why would you turn it? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? It didn't react when it turned on. There was no reason. Why would you do that? Carver! I know it was you, Carver! Why would you do that? Hunter lifted his gun. The twister twitched. And disappeared, quick as it came. We waited, breathing low against the swaying grass. When it didn't return, we slowly stood up and kept on. A jab in my back from someone's gun urged me back into the front. Felt like I was marching towards my doom. Which, if I think on it, yes I was. Never got over how the church looked that night. way the water had seeped from the window to look like a tear stain from a weeping eye. Like it was living and felt bad nobody was coming to it no more. I'm gonna turn on my radio. After Dad passed, service slowed. Nobody could take on his work. Nobody had his speech, his tongue, his way of moving. It could make you believe in miracles. It could make you believe in anything. It was an unstoppable force, like a tornado or hurricane. You'd feel the emptiness in that church when he died. Like all the air went out the room. Nobody took over. Not even Hunter. So it was locked up. All the faithfuls had died before him anyway, or fucked off into Skipclaw after he died. We used it occasionally, for important days like today, or for meeting if things ever got bad. Here, the day the blackout happened. Bright 1 second, black the second after. Hid under pews while people scrambled in a panic outside. You could still see blood on the floor from the few times the twisters broke in. Fighting our way back home to the farm, we lost a lot of people. I was only 9, covered my eyes. Perhaps the last time my brothers were nice to me was back when they guided me home. I didn't cry. They told me not to, so I didn't. Oh, you're a baby! Right, get behind me, boy! I'm 19 now. I've cried a lot since then. Can't help it. Get behind me. Sweet baby boy, get behind me. Oh my god. Oh my god. That means it's been 10 years since this whole apocalypse thing has been going on for a decade now. That would mean his dad died when he was 14, man. Man! Right, get behind me. This is my kid now. Fuck these guys. After all, that was RUNT. Get behind me, baby boy. Who's got the code? I do! Not me. I got it. Go. Get. Never been given the code before. Them trusting me with the code was new. Them trusting me at all was new. Wait and run. Get to it, boy. It's fucking cold out here. And no time to think on it, so I went forward towards that hollow, haunted place. I remember it was order. You need to complete a variety of puzzles and chores in order to progress through sections of the game. Some are simple, while others will require a bit more thought. Check your inventory, talk to people, and think carefully about how to approach each puzzle. If you need help, check the question mark tab that will be present at each puzzle. Let me turn my fucking thing on. Let me turn on my music. I remember it. Oh, there we go. Yay! Once the lock opened, I felt a darkness pass through me. I hadn't even cracked the door open yet. Something strange and cold was seeping out from underneath the door. It wasn't a draft or like a wind or anything, but just something evil. Brothers always said I was too sensitive, too soft. Called me girly and weak and flighty. But if I had known what was beyond those doors and how it would have changed all our lives, I would have run, then and there. Run and run and run and never look back. Oh. Woo-wee! Can't see shit in here. I can! There's entrails on the wall! Well, quit bitching and get a candle going. We might want to hold on the anniversary funeral. Smells funny in here. We might, waves my flashlight around. I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog. That inky black feeling only got thicker. You can smell through that? Smell? Wait. Yeah. I smell it too now. What is that? Hush. Ooh, you can barely hear Hunter's audio thing. That's like a low grunt. He doesn't talk long enough for me to hear it proper. Man, a few words. He fell silent. My nerves were twitching like a guilty sinner. Light it up, boys. Beam sky high. Cute! The fuck is that? Well, you see, you run it. Go check it out. Why me? That's what I said! Just go, shit ass. I don't wanna. My hands were trembling. My gun rattled in my grip. I couldn't, at the time, explain even to my numb, dumb self what I felt the way I felt. Why I felt the way I felt. Maybe it was something like a hunter's gut. An instinct. Dad would have called it divine insight. My brothers would have called it being a pussy. I stepped closer. In the dark, I was suddenly assaulted by this deathly smell. Rotten and sour, like the vinegar in our cannon room. My steps creaked, mixing with a cold wind blowing from the outside. There was something else, too. This slow, thick, dripping. Trembling now as I write it. What a thing we saw. What it did to us. 5 days. Oh. 5 days. What even is all of that? We stood in stunned silence as each of us took in the message written in the odds and ends of dozens of creatures. Was it a warning? Was it a threat? We didn't know then, but it was a promise. A promise that would be fulfilled. By me? Me? White guy pointing at self-image. Me? Oh my god, is that the end of the demo? No way. That'd make sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Don't touch nothing now. Okay, no, it's not the end. We left the church stunned and silent. Hunter radiating heat like a fire made out of hate. It was a violation, you see. An unholy mess made of that sacred day. Made him mad. Understandably so. So mad. Not that he would ever say it. Not with words. He didn't need to. We'd feel that heat coming off of him in waves, and it whipped all of us into stupid silence. He took point. We followed with our tails between our legs, no one talking, not even Carver. As we walked, the feeling in the church followed us home again. Our sixth, most dark brother. I couldn't shake it. I don't know if anyone else felt it, but from how our heads hung low, it was like our own shadows were too heavy. It was late when we got home. Deep night. Cursed the old screen door for creaking too loud when it slammed my ass on the way in, but Hunter was already up the stairs. We weren't going to talk about it yet then. I sort of wanted to talk about it right then and there. The longer he was quiet, the worse it was going to be when he finally wasn't. Settled down in my cold mattress with a knot in my stomach. The feeling grew, gnawing and twisting like it was going to come out of my throat. The time I was almost asleep, it woke me back up, like it was tapping me on the shoulder, not wanting to let me forget it. I'd done something wrong that night in the church. What it was, I didn't quite know yet. The way things were around here, maybe I never would. What the fuck did you put that up there? Lay on my mattress with my eyes closed in the dark, trying to keep myself calm. Feeling haunted me, this feeling of failure. Oh. This is good. This is a good ass demo. It didn't matter how bad I slept that night. I was up before the crack of dawn, burst out to the hen house to let the girls out, then right back in to scrub down the kitchen before I fixed up breakfast. We're the baby. We're the babiest baby, and we're the earliest to rise. This is so fucked. Life like this didn't let you feel sorry for yourself for long. Now stuff was my job, mainly cooking and cleaning, watching the hens and tending the little garden out back. Every day I fixed breakfast and dinner, no exceptions, no days off, no matter how piss poor Tanner said my cooking was. At least they let me off the hook for lunch, seeking to take it somewhere and skip claw if they could. Breakfast that morning was nothing but eggs scrambled up with a few sorry sausages and toast. Butter and jam would keep them happy, keep their mouths full from talking too, and would it keep me happy too? Jabbed at the sausage sizzling in the pan. You could hear somebody getting up in another room. That twisting feeling returned to my stomach like a gut punch. Hadn't felt this bad since Dad died. But I couldn't say nothing. Even if anyone else felt the same way, couldn't say anything. Nobody would care. Set up plates, and just on time, as if they could hear the clucking, everyone shuffled into the room. Hunter first, then Fisher, scratching at his neck and yawning and shaking his head like a dog as he sat, then Carver and Tanner, right together like they always were. Hello, Simba. Would you like to say something? Yeah? Really? You hungry? You hungry? Yeah, dinner will be in a minute. Dinner will be in a minute, buddy. I know. I know. You're so hangry. You're so cranky. Yeah? Really? Mm-hmm. There you go. I believe on the hip. There you go. One more meal for the road? One more for the road? Aww, nose boo. Nose boo from the sweet December. Yeah. Alright, give me a minute. I think we're almost done. Maybe. Depending on how long the days are in this game. Woo! In the backyard, the rooster crowed in the morning. Lord our God, we come to you as undeserving sinners with thanks for the bounty you have seen fit to put upon our table. Keep your hand heavy upon us as you lead us through the trials of this earth and form us into soldiers of your will. Amen. We were silent then, waiting for Hunter to speak more, but he just pulled his hands back, picked up his fork, and started eating. We followed suit. Once all our mouths were stuffed, finally spoke. Who did it? Alright, who broke it? Looked around at us, couldn't see his eyes, but feel him boring into you from under the teeth of his mask. Did what? Ow! Carver jumped high enough in his seat to clatter all the plates on the table. Saw why. Tanner has stepped on his foot under the table. What do you think, genius? Wait, he's not a... Is he a cat? He's got a little, like, goblin nose going here. You see that? Goofy. We didn't do nothing. We wouldn't do that to Dad. We need to think of... Somebody needs to smack this boy upside the head. Hell no. We ain't got time to be pulling shit like that. Are you fucking crazy? Carver, baffled as he always was by Hunter trying to chastise him, had his hands up, fork still gripping one. Fisher wiped a sweaty palm on his dirty pant leg. Tanner stared at Carver, then back to Hunter. Someone must be punished. You mean killed? Ain't it a bit much to kill someone over this? Woo! Woo! Hunter turned and clamped his hand over the back of Tanner's neck. He leaned in, pulling Tanner's head down and close so he could speak right in his ear. His voice was hot and low. You want them unpunished? Is that the message you wish to send for the defamation of our church? The mockery of our day of mourning? You don't want us to do nothing? It's all fucking right to do that to us? Is that what you want to say to them? I knew that hand, how hard it could squeeze. It was like a vice. 5 seconds in and you weren't sure if he was going to start snapping bones. Tanner bore it, silent, didn't move a muscle. I'm not doing shit. I'm not fucking with that. He gonna kill me! Get off him. You too? Trade your balls in for a fucking dolly on one of your trips to Skipclaw? Is that it? His hand didn't relax on Tanner's neck. Eyes would have been watering at this point, but he couldn't move or whine or show any of the pain, if he'd make it worse. Let him fucking go so he can eat his fucking breakfast. He didn't do anything. If it was a townie playing a prank, hell, I'd be happy to skin him myself. But we'll get hell from Skipclaw if we do a thing like that. Just... Jesus H. Christ, Hunter, let him fucking go. Whip fast, Hunter slammed Tanner's head down on the edge of the table. I heard the wind leave his lungs. He staggered. Carver lunged forward to start fussing on him. Shit, Hunter. What the fuck is wrong with you? He's right. Tanner's voice was weak, warbling, his breath slow and deliberate. His hand gripped the edge of the table as Carver uselessly cradled his shoulders. We have to send a message to whoever did this. They can't fuck with us. Sure. Well, we will. We just gotta be stealthy is all. Find that son of a bitch, Hunter. Don't you worry a thing. We'll find him and string him up by his nutsack. Right, Hunter? That'd be alright, wouldn't it? What if it wasn't a human? Now, I don't like what you're implying here, Fisher. What do you mean by that? The whole table turned to look at him. Fisher worked his hand up under his mask to scratch again. I think it's one of those unholy. I mean, both of them can do stuff. We've all seen it. It's true. We had all seen it. Every time somebody died to one of those things, we saw it. Twisters were cunning, wily things, with a taste for scattering their prey when they were done eating it. Bones this way, half-chewed organs that way, each making some kind of symbol if you looked at it too long. Like it was trying to say something you were too stupid to understand, or too scared. That message in the church could have been a Twister attack, a few of them in a pack, but could have been a smoke. Hey, what's that? They were subtle at first. Lights throwing shadows that didn't quite match up, shadows that moved when you weren't looking right at them. Some folks said it was our eyes adjusting, like it was some kind of effect of a shadow in the sky, a withdrawal from the lack of light. Then people started disappearing. More and more, just wandering off into the night. When they were found, they were always in some old barn or abandoned building. The bodies... couldn't tell who they were anymore. All you knew it was they were human once. They were a person once. Jesus. Now they were just corpses, curled up like dead bugs, skin and faces dried to paper, like old corn husks. Hunter called a town meeting after the first few bodies were found. The town came to a conclusion on a few things. There was something new out there. It lacked the dark, and it needed people to be alone. After that, we paired up, kept flashlights on us as much as we could to ward off the darkness. But it's always dark now. You can't be with someone else round the clock non-stop, even if you like them a lot. Let's tell you that story another time, but I want that story now! I know, Simba. I know, they be yapping a lot. Here, let me let you out. I'm sure there's some scraps out there. So. I'm sure there's a scrap or two out there for Simba to bite on. Gee. I had a burp stuck in my throat. That's why we got these masks. They protect us. I'll tell you that story another time. Basically, smokes can't see us with them on, like we're camouflaged. That's why we wear them now. As long as we're out of the dark, as long as we're not alone, as long as we hide our faces, smokes can't get to us. Funny. I think I've seen my brother's masks more than I've ever seen their faces. Some townies I've only ever known through their masks. My mask was... I get to choose! Oh, boy! Ooh, I get to choose my mask. Ooh, oh, these are good. I'm kind of tied between the bag and the, like, badass ski mask. This one's also... These are fucking good! I'm gonna pick the bag. That feels the most runt to me, you know? Our little baggie. Something like a possum. Was I tricked? Ragged old thing. It was easy to make, but it's a little wimpy looking. But that ain't here or there. Watch Fisher scratch at himself again. The lights were steady in the kitchen, buzzing a low hum into the cold. I mean, both of them can do stuff. We've all seen it. Fisher's words, I felt I had to say something. Locked? Locked? What do you mean? I don't think they could have done that. My words died in my mouth the second I said it. They all looked at me at once. I met each of their masks, staring at their vacant, blank eye holes. Carver, shut the fuck up. Be quiet. Let the adults figure this one out. Guys. Hunter was quiet. That fist on the table, all he needed to say. Everyone shut up and looked at him. But Hunter, he was looking at me. I could feel his eyes on me, even if I couldn't see him. Ask questions. Investigate. I want everyone searching. There will be no failure, no backing out. Carver, you're walking the perimeter. Tanner, guard duty. Fisher, hydroplant. Find anything, report back immediately. That's in order. We all nodded. Runt. Follow anyone you want today. It's awful having to pick like this, knowing nobody wanted me around. I was too weak to go out solo. Everyone knew this. Every day I had to do this. Every day they hated it and hated me a little bit more. They wouldn't go against Hunter's word. As much as anybody would hate to admit it, they needed me. Maybe they would have never mourned me as a brother, but they would have mourned the loss of a soldier, the loss of a warm body, the loss of a meat shield. They all ignored me as I lifted my head to look at each of them. Shit. I'm going with Fisher. Shifts. Each day you'll have to select one of your brothers to conduct a shift with. Shifts last most of the day and can be started immediately after breakfast or after you spend your free time in skip clock. You cannot do a shift with the same brother twice in 1 week. Whoever you selected to work with today will not be available again. Consider who you choose carefully. Oh. Hunter, maybe the worst of the bunch. That knot in my stomach says maybe I should pick him first. Get him done and out of the way. Tanner, second in command, but not for any good reason. He hates it when I get between him and Carver. Carver, the middle kid. Real asshole who likes to hear his own mouth run. Maybe it'd be easier to just do the shift with him early. Fisher, the fourth born. Twitchy and quiet, with his weird ramblings. Still, he ain't the worst. Spending a shift together would be bearable. I'm assuming we're not going to go past the first day. I'm gonna hang out with Fisher, because I like Fisher. He's the only one that hasn't been a complete fucking asshole. I guess maybe Tanner, but Tanner is also, like, the middle kid. It says he's the middle kid, but I swear these two are twins the way they're fucking locked in on each other. They are bonded, and I don't want to mess with that. They are bonded, and Carver is a dickhead, which means, by association, Tanner's a dickhead. I'm going with Fisher. Fisher was silent, scratched under his beard again, the sound papery and dry in the air. Then it settled. Do rounds in the meantime, Runt. Do rounds in the meantime, Runt. Meet after. Want you to talk to all the loners. Anybody who lives alone or spends most of their shifts alone. On my own? You can handle it. It's time you started pulling your weight around here. Took a ton of effort not to drop my eyes to the plates on the table. Carver slammed the table and stood up out of his chair. You're sending that fuck out on his own? Why we gotta do our shifts while he's fucking running around with his dick in his hand? Quit bitching unless you want Hunter to staple him to your ass for the week. Well, it'll be useful this way. Less heat on us for prying into those townies. Hunter kept his gaze on Carver until he sunk back into his chair with disgust. Runt. Yes, sir. You got that diary girl. Oh, you got that diary girl, Cheerless, the Doc, and his pesky twins. Also that fucker Willie, and that radio feller, Red. You know, we got more people, but just focus on those for today. You got 3 hours. Make good use of it. He stood. They followed. I stayed to wash the dishes. With all the dishes done, it was time to head out. I opened my map and let my already tired eyes trace the paper, deciding where to go. Where did I start that day? Oh, the loading screen's my mask now! Oh! Delightful. Alright. Oh, the music is on. Okay. After breakfast, you can either start your shift with your brother straight away, or use your free time to explore and talk to people around Skipjaw. Your free time is given to you by Hunter, and is the only time you have to explore the world and talk to people. Pissing Hunter off or breaking rules will reduce the amount of hours you have for free time. Visiting a location with someone present and having a conversation with them will take up 1 hour of your free time. Visit a location with no one present, it will not take up any time. Remember, things you do and the order you visit people can radically change what you can discover. Explore around and experiment, and you might encounter entirely different days. If you're not sure where to head, check your journal. It may have leads or clues to on where to go and what to do next. Open your map when you're ready to head out. I've had a lot of things added to my journal. Brothers Fisher, just a few years older than me, whip smart, and with an iron faith in Dad's teachings. I get the feeling that he don't like us too much, given how much he spends at the hydro station. The middle strayer, a mouthy asshole always fighting, wisecracking, and trying to start shit. Likes making my life miserable as miserable as possible. One day I'll land a punch on this fucker. Brother Tanner's the second oldest, real quiet, real hard to read. Follows Carver around like a dog, though I don't understand why. Those two couldn't be more different if you tried. Hunter's dog died recently, leaving him quite upset. My oldest brother, Hunter. Whatever he says goes. Both here at the farm and out in Skipjaw. Don't fuck with him, don't cross him. The only thing he's better at than leading is punishing. Oh. What's that do? Smokes. How do I describe the smokes? They're terrifying. They show up like black shadows in the corner of your eye and kill people by hollowing them out. They're why we wear masks 24/7. Twisters are disgusting, horrible creatures that showed up immediately after the blackout. Don't let their size fool you. They ain't actually slow or stupid. The wall's been keeping them out for a few years now, but it seems like they're changing tactics on how to get us. Need to head to church. Dad, I hope it goes quick. Church is desecrated. Need to find out who or what did it. Need to ask around town. Should ask whoever I'm on shift with about the church stuff. Me! My baggie! Awesome! Fisher's at the hydro station doing his usual shit. If I'm being honest, wouldn't be the worst shift. The smell of weeds is usually the worst part, wrecking out all the muck and dead fish. Feel irritated to keep a finger on it. Too much about myself. I've been flinching more, can't help it. Hunter wants me to ask around town, see if anyone's been anything seen anything strange, but I gotta be delicate about it, not let too much slip. Word gets out, might start a panic, and then Hunter will be raging to come beat my ass. Okay. Alright. Probably working hard in the field here. Don't think anyone is here. Look around. Don't think anyone is here right now. Best stores here right now. Wiley's shack. Moving right now. Usually the twins are here. Doc's office. Fred should be there. Friend's house. I don't need to be bothering them. River. Fisher's there right now. Okay. Let's hang out. Let's go meet the twins. Let's go meet the twins. Let's go meet the twins. Figured I'd run into the twins if I swung by one of their haunts. Look at this. So nice. All the benches in the little plaza outside the old antique store seemed empty at first glance. I wasn't there 10 seconds before a pair of shadows overtook me with a flurry of footsteps. I love these. I love me. Sorry, Mom. What does that say? Cool kids eat? Something like that? These are the coolest motherfuckers I've ever seen. That's... Hey, Runt, looky here. Where you been? They flanked me, pawing at me and tugging on my clothes for a second before settling down, knocking against each other and breathless. It's only been a day. Y'all can't handle not seeing me for one day? Church and temple. I love these guys. We get so damn bored without you. Yeah. What do we bitch at after classes, man? Yeah. Besides, you're just too damn fun to pick on. Yeah. I love these guys. Well, here I am. Hee hee. Temple and church for the twin terrors of Dwight Dixon, Skipclaw's vet-turned-doctor. Well, not the worst-case scenario, considering how much shit vets have to do. I liked them well enough, but by God, if they weren't like two rubber balls. Bouncing off the floor and the ceiling and the walls and each other so fast you couldn't keep track of either of them until one of them hit you right between the eyes. Doc said they were blessed with an overabundance of energy. The ADHD brothers! Riled up, I called it. Always ready for pranks, for mischief, for distracting you with a tall tale that went fucking nowhere while the others snuck behind your back and spiked your rations. I knew from talking to their dad that they'd turned 18 over the winter, but if I asked them their age myself, they'd never give me a straight answer. Yeah, so they're about our age, and silly with it. Truth wasn't fun as keeping people guessing. Hell, last year they swapped places in school for a full week before anybody noticed that temple was church and church was temple. I love these guys. So much. The masks were a boon to such nonsense. Even though they'd got reprimanded for their prank, I had a suspicion that they still swapped places with a frightening regularity. I knew temple liked spikes, and church had a real liking for trinkets. It was the only way I could remember to tell them apart. Spikes. So this one's church, this one's temple. The little spikes. Rings. Trinkets. He's got the finger. I have those gloves. I have those exact fucking gloves that church has. Or no, this one's temple. I'm already fucking it up. Did one temple, did one church. I love these stupid goggle things. Whatever the fuck they got going on. Their masks are cool as shit. All this high energy and thirst for mischief made them pretty good sources for gossip, though how they managed to get in on so many secrets while being so loud was beyond me. They might know something helpful about what happened in the church. If they were sensing I was sniffing around for secrets, they might withhold it from me, turning it into a game. Didn't have the courage to ask myself then if their pranks had taken a turn for the twisted. Hunter finally let you off your leash? Hey, I ain't on a leash. Alright then, come hang out. You wanna hang out? Jimmy's got his bike all fixed up, and he made a huge ramp over this huge mud pit he found back behind the mill, and we're gonna see if he can jump it. But you can't tell anyone about it because it's dangerous. And we'll get our asses kicked if his mom and dad find out. Because, last year he broke his legs jumping out of the barn and dad didn't know if it set right. And he's not even supposed to have his bike after that mess with the tractor. But we think he can jump that pit. Yeah, I want to see him jump that fucking pit. Come on, right? Don't you want to see him jump the pit? What? I know there's like some sketchy shit happening right now. I really want to see him jump the fucking pit. Run, please. Or ain't shit. Come watch. You never hang out with us anyway. We want to have some fun. Come on, right? They were jumping up and down with excitement as they finished, thinking on what glorious sight it'd be to see Jimmy go over that pit of mud. A small part of me did want to see, but shucks, man, I hate to say it, but I gotta shift soon. Aw, no! Come on, Runt, just once. You're no fun. You never come hang out. They were right. I never did hang out. Might have been a good idea to go, especially if a whole group of kids was going to be at this mud pit. I could ask around, see if anybody knew anything. Kids were underestimated as eyes and ears of the town. They got themselves into all sorts of secrets, while us grown-ups were too busy to gossip on the grapevine or whatever. But at the thought of going to hang out with a bunch of towny teens, my stomach sunk. The truth was, the twins, all the other kids in town, they made me feel old. You're 19. You are a fresh baby. You're fine. Oh, buddy. Old and out of place. That's because the apocalypse and your dad and everything and your brothers forced you to grow up too fast. Give me the option to go play. Kids were precious and skipped law. After the blackout, when it had become clear that the skies were never going to clear and nothing was ever going to get better, townies got together and decided to piss off Hunter in the worst way possible. Oh?
Also, bless you, whoever that is sniffling and sneezing. Is that you, Coffee Bean? Bless you, baby.
They declared that nobody under the age of 18 was to be put to work. Awesome!
Bless you, baby. Coffee. My goodness. Because your brother's tail is right there in your face.
No jobs, no shifts patrolling the perimeter, no skipping out on getting an education to work alongside their parents. Parents of
What cat is doing that shit?
Parents of Skipclaw wanted their kids to be just that, kids. Hunter went ballistic. Huh? You know what? Actually, the big scary guy that grew up with a cult-like preacher father in child labor, that tracks. Shouted that they were weak, hang on to the ways of a world that didn't exist no more, blind to the realities of the one we really did live in. The perimeter had only gone up as fast as it did because we had the kids right there, helping their parents around the clock. As Hunter saw it, Skipclaw wanted to let them fuck around and contribute nothing. Wanted to bring them up soft and useless. They wanted to set their kids up for dying. A bad fight broke out in the meeting hall that night, with Carver and Tanner trying to keep Hunter from killing anybody in the mob while also trying to keep the mob from killing Hunter. Even still, a man nearly died getting in Hunter's face about keeping his son off patrols. In the end, Hunter was outnumbered and exhausted by a group of desperate parents, and he relented on one condition. They had to learn survival, too. They had to learn it good. That calmed Hunter down enough to not finish the bloodshed he started that night. Walked out of that place with only a simmer of rage, keeping his shoulders taut. Not that it was alright, though. Wasn't what Hunter wanted. He made it everyone else's problem. First it was me, getting blue and bloody the night of the town meeting. Then it was one of the Mason teens running around home with a dislocated shoulder for crossing too close to the church property. Then pot shots near kids playing ball. Then little Laura being grabbed and told she was going to get thrown over the wall so the Twisters could eat her if she didn't stop playing too loud. Just went on, and no one could stop Hunter. But we considered shooting Hunter in the head. Thankfully, Church and Temple were too smart to ever fuck with Hunter, and too lucky to ever run into him. Instead, they enjoyed fucking with me. In a nice way, I think. I told you you were on a leash. Come on! Come on! Right? Roll over! These guys. Cut it out, y'all. We're just teasing you. Can you or can't you hang? Mud pit, mud pit, mud pit, mud pit. Twins were crowding on me like eager little pups, nipping at my heels trying to get me to chase them. They were young. They just wanted to play. But I couldn't. No matter how much they included me, I felt a wall between us. And it wasn't just them. From behind, everyone was masked. I felt weird looks. Every attempt at including me left me lost in the conversation. I'd ask them what work they were doing, or what projects or repairs they had going on. I was met with silence. I wasn't one of them, and I never would be. But the twins, bless them both, never seemed to give up on me. Aww. They always tried to include me, always let me know when movie night was coming, and that they'd come pick me up if I wanted to come. That hanging out was not part of survival, not for a strayer. And so I had to content myself with the solace that being alone was better than being black and blue for having friends. Hey, what's going on in that big old head of yours? Yeah, Mr. Mysterious. Are you trying to be all cool again? I ain't. I'm sorry. I can't hang out with you guys. But what? What's going on? Something wrong? You got something going on, don't you? Is it a secret? We won't tell. We swear. Pinky swear. They held out their fingers at the same time, brimming with excitement. I hesitated a second, thinking on it. I could reveal what I saw, but did they really understand how to keep a secret? Have you guys seen anything weird? I love them, but I don't. But they do too much yapping. Weird? Twins looked at each other, thinking. Well, what you mean by weird? Yeah, what's weird to you? Willie's been kind of weird lately, getting into all sorts of scraps. Nah, that ain't weird. Come on, Runt. What's weird to you? Just anything. People being strange or seeing more of them creatures. Creatures? Nah, I don't think so. We could ask around. You want us to help you? Yeah, we can help. They nodded their heads eagerly, quivering in their boots with excitement. Oh, they're such... Oh. You want to help? If we don't give them specifics, then, like, it's fine. They report back to me. It's fine. Help was like a magic word to them. They nodded, knocking into each other. What's the mission? Yeah, what do we gotta do? I hesitated. I didn't want to tell them what happened, but I couldn't not give them something to work off of. There was a bit of, like, graffiti over at the church. Hunters steaming about it. And some gutted up animals around the perimeter. If you hear about anyone bragging about that kind of thing, tell me. Nobody else, you hear? Just me. We get you. Hunter's gonna kill him, right? I faltered. The starkness of it stung. He might. We can be discreet. Don't you worry about us. I nodded, but despite their promises, worry started nagging at my gut. Wasn't so much them finding something out, rather someone knowing they were being hunted down. That kind of fear can drive it crazy, make you all twisted up. Might find you end up hurting somebody. Like a deer caught in a bear trap, just flinging its weight about to get free. Twins started walking off as I trailed behind them. They shuffled restlessly, nudging each other as we walked aimlessly around the plaza. Okay, listen, Runt, we gotta ask you a bit of a favor, seeing how you're a bit older and all. What's that? Surprisingly, Temple didn't say anything, but looked around like they were nervous, crossing their arms. You tell him, Church. Reading material? You know, some more adult stuff. Stuff we can't get at school. They want me to fight them for the older friend rite of passage. Come on, don't toy with him. He doesn't know what you mean, motherfucker. I can't not know what you mean with a fucking shit Carver says. Tried to ignore the sting of those words. Temple came in close, lowering their voice. Not porn, okay? Old porn ads. We got naked ladies and fellas and all that. Sometimes doing stuff too. You know, together. The way Church said together made me more grateful for my mask than I've ever been in my whole life. My face got red so fast I felt like I was sticking my head into an oven. Porn. Yeah. I'd heard of. Sure. But I didn't know. I mean, I always heard it was the kind of thing where you know it when you saw it. I'd be keeping my eye out, but I don't think I've ever seen any before. You think you might, see red in your future? Huh? Gosh, Runt, Red! He's got a whole stash of mags. But he won't give them out to any of us. We saw his stash when we went by on Saturday. Yeah, after we dropped off those cassette tapes from Mrs. Karn. I've been trying to get someone else to get them, but nobody would borrow some for us. Except, maybe you? Blink, blink. I mean, we're already. It seemed like they had just turned. Doc said they had just turned 18 over the winter, so like, but probably there's. I guess they probably, with the fact that the sun ain't there, they probably do aging up differently now. So they're probably 18, but not working 18 yet. They have not finished their school, so they don't gotta work yet. And because they haven't finished their school, despite being 18, they're not allowed to borrow them. And we're already asking them to ask around about the church and stuff, which could be risky for them. So I think it's a fair trade. I'll see what I can do. Dude, no way! Thank you, man! Just get a handful of anything. We can pay you back. We can trade you some secrets. Yeah, we know a thing or two. Really? Yep. Even about you strayers. Despite their bouncing giggly energy, felt suddenly cold. My neck hair stood up. I had images of Hunter's fist coming at my head. Was he watching now? Mad that I was letting some scrap of news get away? Went to stop the twins, asked them what they meant, but they were gone. They sped off, bounding like the dogs they were into the muddy streets of Skipclaw. I realized then I hadn't asked if they had done it. It didn't seem right to. I doubted they did. They were young and dumb kids, but not that dumb to mess with our church. Yeah. They were the smartest ones not to fuck with Hunter. Ergo, they probably did not do this. They're little stinkers, but they're good kids. Felt that chill return. If they had done it, Hunter, no matter what, would kill him. He would have no qualms about it. No reason would see him through that haze of anger he had. Nobody could stop him. As I watched them run off, the ache grew heavier and heavier in my heart. Please, God, don't let it be them. If it is them, I'm gonna fucking sob. Where am I? Nothing new. Get more bags. The twins asked me to collect some special magazines for them. Red has them in his tower, but I'm worried I ain't got the balls to ask him. First time ever even thinking about this kind of stuff. Twins said they dropped off cassette tapes to Red from Bess on Saturday. Church and Temple Dixon are the kids of the town doc, real full of energy and all kind of ideas for mischief, but not in a mean way, like Carver. I think they're the closest thing I've got to friends. My besties. Twins said Lily's been weird lately. I should see if anyone knows about Lily. Twins begged me to get them corn knives from Red. They said they would trade me secrets. Did I actually bring myself to ask about a Red? Let's see. We have 2 things left. Oh, cute! We have 2 things left. So, Lily's right here. So these are our 2 leads that we can go to next. So I'd say let's check out Lily first, and then go to Red. Of all of the places in Skipclaw to go, Lily's was the one I hated the most. It was the most isolated, after our own farm, sitting right at the edge of town near the radio tower. A thick wall of wire surrounded it, along with heaps of trash and enough weeds to choke the life out of you. It stank to high heaven. sitting near a little runoff of water that stood with bugs swarming. That was all intentional. Willie never laid out any welcome mat for anybody. He didn't have any business here. Get gone before the bugs and smell eat you alive. He never came around much. Most of the town treated Willie with a kind of distance. Never really had visitors and never invited anyone around. He had a bit of a reputation for being a salty old bastard. But rounds were rounds. He didn't have to check in on everyone. But today I'd had a good excuse. If anyone might have an idea about stirring up trouble, it'd be Willie. Willie, you in there? Heard nothing. Knocked again. Nothing. I knew he was home. He was never out before noon. Usually worked in the night. Though night usually had little meaning in our gray world. Willie! What? What? What's all this shit? It's too damn early to be fucking yelling. Willie, it's me. I'm just doing rounds. What the fuck is doing rounds got to do with waking me the fuck up? I ain't a fucking kid who needs checking in. This isn't fucking summer camp. What's summer camp? Willie sighed, rubbed a hand against his mask like it was his hair, and started laughing. This raspy, thin laugh. God, you wouldn't know nothing about that. Crazy cult fucks. Willie left the door open, stumbling back inside. When he didn't close the door on me, I let myself in, the whole entryway creaking under my weight. The room was messy but warm, giving me brief relief from the cold outside. I thought that was Lightning McQueen for like 2 seconds. I'm a little tired. I'm a little eepy. My throat's a little dry. I'm a little hungry. There's naked ladies on the wall. I hope that's not TOS. Through the mask, I smelt that sour stench of unwashed sheets. I nearly gagged seeing the trash scattered in the corners. God, this guy sucked. This guy fucking sucks. What are you here for anyway? Don't see you this much on this side of town. Willie was the town. I don't know exactly what you'd call him. Outlaw? Ruffian? Shitster? Regardless, he was not well liked. What he mainly did was make booze and start fights. He'd done all sorts of things before the blackout, apparently. Drugs, guns, cockfighting even. Anything to make a quick, bloody buck. But the drugs were quickly used up or destroyed, and the guns were all confiscated. Some of his chickens died off soon after, too, with the rest taken back to our house. We rescued fighting chickens, and now they're part of our flock. Wait, that's awesome. He didn't take too kindly to that, or any kind of authority, really. Skipjaw didn't have any sort of police station or sheriff, given our size. That's how Willie managed to survive so long without getting caught. When the blackout happened and Hunter started changing things up in town, Willie was the hardest one to get in line. They fought constantly, mainly about Willie doing chores with the rest of us. He was bad at patrols, bad at farming, bad at everything but getting in trouble. In the end, Willie was given one singular job: stay out of the way. Hunter would have killed him outright, one less mouth to feed, if it weren't for Wiley's one skill. He had a setup, left over from his working days, that converted the runoffs from our wheat into fuel that could help power some of the older generators. Oh! I was about to say, he can make booze. So, but no, that's actually real fucking useful. Make fuel, stay out of the way. Those are your 2 jobs. Hunter let him live after seeing how quickly he converted 2 barrels of shaft into a solid barrel of fuel. Largely left to his own devices, we only come round when we needed to move the fuel to any of the old jipneys. It was a pain in the ass each time, so only went when we really needed to. For a while, it seemed like we were at peace with the little thorn. Like the old saying, little hands at the devil's workshop. Well, he got into making this moonshine, stuff so strong it could blow your hair clean off. townies kept it a secret from Hunter. Once I found some young'un with a bottle, and they begged me not to say shit. At the time, I was real young, so I said nothing, and that seemed to have won me a lot of favor. Never drank the stuff. It smelled so strong I nearly passed out when those young'uns tried to offer it to me as thanks. The others, my brothers that is, knew anything about Wiley's little side business, they barely made mention of it. Maybe they get a free bottle from time to time. I didn't know. Perhaps we were all content to keep the peace. As long as Willie kept to himself, making his little bottles to trade for food, and was still working on making a living, no harm, no foul. Regardless, he hated our asses. Which is fine. I hated the guy too. I didn't like that he made chickens fight. It seemed mighty cool. We're doing rounds. I'm just chilling. God, I'm gonna need a cough drop after this. I don't got enough testosterone to be doing the low voices. It hurt my throat. You said that already. I gotta get back to napping. You ain't got no reason to be here bothering me. Unless you're interested in some unawares, eh? Wanted to beat the smirk out of him. Couldn't see it, but I could hear it. Well, he had to know something about what happened, but I was hesitant on what to say. He'd start spreading all sorts of rumors about me if I said the wrong thing. See anything strange? What you mean strange? The whole damn world's strange. Like weird shit. Rumors or twisters or smoke shit. No, nobody talks to me. Don't play with me now. I know you got a little network with your business. Part of your trade, ain't it? He started to laugh and sat down on the stool up by his workstation. Well, it ain't much a secret nowadays. As much as my little business makes me Mr. Popular, my customers don't chat much. Kind of part of the deal. Discretion, our guarantee. That's kind of my motto. Anyways, why are you asking? Just part of my rounds. You're a shit liar, boy. But whatever it is you're up to, I ain't interested. Whatever punch y'all drinking, I ain't thirsty enough for it. What theories? Waved a wrinkled hand at me. Don't play dumb with me. I ain't in the mood. When I get back to my nap, I need my beauty sleep. I gave up. Any more prodding wouldn't mean much, and I had to stay on schedule. Something struck me as I started to head out. A sound that I wasn't real used to hearing so far away from the hydro station. It was a hum. An electrical hum. It rose above the soft whine of the workstation tools. What's that sound? What sound? What you talking about? The hum. You don't hear that? Wiley spread his hand wide, looking around. I don't hear shit. You going crazy or something? I don't want a cracked egg hanging about my delicate workstation. I'll kick you out of here if you start speaking in tongues. Hey, weren't that something in your old man's little book things? Must have been something. That fucknut got off all day long. No wonder y'all turned out so damn crooked. Grew wrong with damn weeds. Curious! I left, slamming the door behind me. I didn't want to stay and listen to his rambling any longer. That strange hum faded as I walked back, replaced by the constant, low howl of the prairie wind. Need to check out Wiley. He had a strange hum in his old shack. Should ask someone at the hydro station about his power setup. Well, good news. We're stationed there. Being honest, Wiley's a low-life piece of shit. Not too friendly, real resentful of us strayers, the sole source of booze and skipclaw, which makes him think he's big shit. He ain't. Interesting. Alright. Do I still have cough drops in here? I do. I'm gonna pop a cough drop. And then we're gonna see Red. Oh, thank God. Now I'm really not gonna be voice acting now. Very. Hunting at the food stores makes sense. Okay. Red. Ooh! Up on the tallest hill, overlooking all of Skipclaw, was the radio tower. The receiver thrust into the sky, dotted with tiny lights like a Christmas tree. At the very top, a bulb, a bright blood-red bulb. It glowed against the sky, that red flashing at the top like an eye looking down upon me. Might have made someone else feel all weird inside, seeing that crimson against all that black. But for me, it was comforting, like a little star guiding me. The radio tower was a small thing, built years ago when there had been a bit more traffic passing through town. We had a little radio station. None of us on the farm were ever allowed to listen to it. That played music and gave farm reports. Apparently it had shut down a while before I was born. When the blackout happened, someone saw its worth and booted it all back up. Just beneath the tower sat an old trucker cab. It had been decorated with bumper stickers, drawing, bits of glittery tinsel, and string lights. It sat dormant, its string lights climbing its cab and tools scattered around it. A cigarette burned nearby, but no smoker. Climbed the stairs into the squat little station, following the scent of smoke. Ooh. No equipment, please! Red, you in here? Hey, well, if it isn't my favorite troublemaker. Hello, big man! Red was a trucker who did long haul before the blackout. He wasn't a local to Skipclaw. His route brought him here, and he ended up trapped when it all went down. But he made the best of a bad situation. He settled in quick and without thought gave away all that was in his truck to help us, which was, luckily, seeds. Wait, he's awesome. He won over a lot of people with his openness, and his stories about his travels made him great company. You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone to say a bad word about him. Except for Hunter. He had plenty to say about him. That's because Hunter's a scary bitch. How's things, Big Tex? I chuckled like I always did when he called me that. See, Red was from down south, from this state called Texas. Hi, Trevor! Apparently, that's where Dad was born before he moved up here. Only learned that when Red caught me saying this one phrase. What was it? Don't squat on your spurs? Yeah, I said that, and Red said he hadn't heard that in forever. Got talking, and pieces started coming together. Funny how I learned more about the state from some outsider than my dad. Didn't go alright, with, yesterday? Stone turn sound effect. How do you know? What do you mean? Yeah, about that. Okay, no. I guess he was talking about, was the shift yesterday alright? About that. Red stopped shuffling his tapes and looked right at me. What happened? Of all the people in Skipclaw, Red was the guy I trusted the most. I couldn't put my finger on it. Maybe it was his easy nature, or the way he took whatever he said so seriously, like he were preaching gospel. I think it was because he was an outsider, had grown up with a stone's throw of Skipclaw. And it was only after the blackout that I ever dared to even speak to a soul there. They were foreign to me. Strange. We shared that feeling, however unspoken it was. that we weren't really ever going to fit in. Well, I didn't fit in as well as Red did. There was always a wall between me and the townies no matter what I did. Getting the radio station up and running was a big boon. Tom could communicate, listen to music, and get updates from Red with his vantage point high in the sky. It made him pretty popular all over town. Everybody knew Red, or felt like they did. It kind of made him Skip Claw's unofficial mayor, a title that was never spoken in Hunter's presence. Besides, I kinda got a clue where our real mayor was. Dead, probably. Either way, he was the one I wanted to talk to about all this. I trusted him, more than any of my brothers. As I went to tell him, I hesitated. He and Hunter hated each other something fierce. I never thought Red to be the type to get all violent or aggressive. But maybe something had happened. Some secret fight I hadn't been privy to. Hunter kept all hours, roaming around, doing things. I'm surprised he slept at all. Doubt grew in me then. What could I say? I mean, I trust him. There was an incident. I told him everything. Okay. See, I would have just done what he did with the kids and been like, someone's fucked with the church. Not give details, but like somebody vandalized the church in a bad way. Runt, on the other hand, had other plans. So fuck me, I guess. Sat and listened as I rattled through. When I had finished, my hands shook a little. I didn't realize how much I had been holding in. The message was terrifying. It was scary. It was personal. Somebody has it out for you folks. But why? Why now? Well, don't be simple now. The why is obvious. Your brothers, especially Hunter, don't do anything with the town in mind. It's y'all first and only y'all first. Put a hand on my shoulder. You're the only one kind-hearted enough to escape that. So I wouldn't worry about yourself. Nodded slowly, a little flush at the compliment. Kept everyone I got close to me, in a box, deep inside. Red sat back down and hummed to himself, thinking. Only y'all can get into that church, right? Yeah, we changed the lock often, too. Do you think it was one of your brothers? I shook my head, but paused. I don't see why. I mean, why go through all that? It's a real puzzle, I'll give you that. Is there anything you think your brothers might be hiding from you? That was a thought. My brothers hated me. All of them. At the time, I couldn't really tell you why. I had ideas, though. I was the youngest, the slowest, the dumbest. I wasn't as quick with a gun or a knife. I always had trouble getting up on time for patrols or work. I wasn't tactical or cool enough. They didn't make it a big secret, either, their hatred of me. But they didn't really hide shit from me. I wasn't really one to be deemed worthy of hiding anything from. Like, even if they told me a secret, it's not like anyone else would believe me. I don't know. I don't think so. Do you think the message was left for you? Instantly, I shook my head. If the message was a prank, and a prank for me, then it meant they thought I was hiding something. If they are hiding something from me, then the message wouldn't make sense. I ain't really got any secrets. I don't have time for it. I mean, talk to y'all and Hunter don't like that. That's not really a secret. Red thought hard and nodded. It's tough. I'm sure Hunter's got you already looking. I'll try to help out. Even if this is some big runaround, I know you'll do your best to get to the bottom of this. Before anyone gets hurt. God, I hope so. Don't tell a soul, Red. I couldn't see his smile, but I could hear it in his voice. I promise, Big Tex. Just know I share your burden. We can figure this out together. I'll let you know if I find anything, and I'll do my best to pass it on. As we talked, the twins' requests nipped at my mind. I didn't want to ask, but the idea of what they might know ate at me. The twins had secrets, anything might help. I didn't feel like I had learned too much yet. Something had to give. If it was my embarrassment, then so be it. What's up, Runt? You got all quiet. I said I'd get it for them. Fred, do you have any of those, magazines around here? Magazines? I've got some. What type do you mean? My brain refused to work. Fritz in itself something fierce. You know. Red waited, patient as ever. Peepaw, please. The kind with the, Relax there, Big Tex. I know what you mean. I'm kinda surprised. Didn't think you were the type. The boy's gotta grow up. Be a man. You're 19 now, right? Felt my cheeks burning beneath my mask. Patting his shoulder. Yes, sir. I got a bit of a rule. I don't like them youngins running around with this stuff. Looks left. Looks right. Come around the other day asking for it. I say they gotta be older. Or at least more mature. Some of this stuff is pure fantasy, not real. Saw people on the road who, even if they are old fucks, not get that. Promise to understand that? I have no idea what he was talking about. I simply nodded, trying not to look at the ground. Yes, sir. You ain't gotta be all formal like that, Runt. I trust you. Just need to hear you understood. Red turned and tugged the key loose from around his neck. Spinning on his creaky chair, he pulled out a sack of floppy magazines from a locked drawer in his desk. Spread them out on his desk. He stopped and turned back to me. Cheddar, what are you doing?
What was that noise? Was that you drinking?
Hold on, Cheddar's causing trouble and needs to be loud.
Cheddar!
And then there was two kitty cats. I got a couple types of magazines here for people of all tastes. It ain't too strange to ask. What's the type of a thing you looking for? Eyes darted to the magazine spread, embarrassment twisting up inside me like a dying snake. I'm so sorry to put you in the torture chamber. I'm so sorry, Runt. There's all manner of body parts on display. Skin I had never seen anywhere but on my own body, and rarely at that. Seeing all that exposed skin made me kind of nervous. Kind of scared. He's just like, for real. He's just like, for real. And curious. Kind of achy, excited curiosity I couldn't ignore. Red's words made me panic. I didn't have an answer. I couldn't say it was for the twins. I had to think, asking myself a question I'd never asked before. What was I into? Growing up, we had some rules about women. Rules that became less important as the blackout happened, as the work needed to be shared. Housework and all that was a woman's duty, Dad always said. Outlet was mine, as the youngest and the weakest. My brothers always called me girly, doing the housework they made me do. Made me want to marry a woman or have any of my brothers marry a woman so I wouldn't have to do all the chores. A while ago, I thought about how much it must suck to be told that was your whole life. I didn't want to marry someone and make them do that. That was the only time I ever thought about woman or being near a woman. The question sat with me. How I never considered what I wanted. My eyes went back to the magazines. Women weren't the only ones on the covers in the pile. Saw flashes of hips and chests and thick bushes. Fuck, yes, they got bush in there. I was startled when I saw The red in my cheeks got hotter. I never considered it. But of course, if there were four gags with girls, of course, if there were gags with girls, there would be ones with guys. I had heard from the twins, of course, when I was younger and dumber, that sometimes guys did it with guys. Hunter had some hateful words about all that, but it rarely came up. When I asked how, they laughed, tried to explain it to me. It took a minute to wrap my head around it, but when it clicked together, I felt more of that twisting in my stomach. They said it back in the day. They heard that men were doing it more and more, that the country was changing before the blackout happened. I looked back to the magazines. I couldn't lie about it. Red would know if I was choosing for myself. The twins would have to make do with whatever I got them. My head spun. What did I want? Runt? What'll it be? Don't make me. Oh my god! Oh my. Oh my god! Hold on. Let me. Let me look at this. I don't want this on screen for too long because Twitch might kill me. These are so. Okay. So one of them is for. One of them is just girls. One of them is just guys, and one of them is both. Is what I'm seeing. At least I think it's both. I mean, okay, there's a mustache on one, but they're off screen. But it, hmm, hmm. I'm just gonna pick the both one. Well, if I'm being honest, it kind of all looks good. Bisexual winning! Oh, I clicked the wrong. There we go. Red chuckled at that, and I looked up at his mask in fright. Had I said something wrong? I was sweating enough to make me think I had. Well, I'll be damned. I'm sorry, sir. I don't mean. There's nothing to be sorry about. Nothing wrong with having a diverse appetite when it comes to the human species. Ally. 1 second. My almonds are here just in time. I'm almost done this cough drop. You and I. Oh! Bisexual! Let's go! We stay winning! We stay winning! Woo! Let's go! He slid a magazine out of the array and handed it to me. This one. I looked down at the cover. Swingers? I didn't know what the hell that meant. Hopefully it was something the twins would enjoy. Be careful with that. Don't be, letting loose all over the pages. Ugh. Jeez, Red. I ain't got a lot of them. This is a library. Bring it back like I gave it to you. Entire Ford magazine is sorted. God. I hate to hurry you out, but I gotta get back to the radio. I need to do the lunch report, and I had a few requests for songs. If you ever get the chance, would you think bet is for giving me those cassettes. I was stuck here all day Saturday doing the report. Seeing those bad boys come through. Good lord. It's nice to have some new tracks after so many years, you know? For sure, Red. I'll see you around. I waved goodbye and headed back down into the road, the red glow of the radio tower sending my shadow far ahead of me. His words had soothed me, settled some of the thorny knots in my stomach. But as I walked away, the sound of my boots clumping in my ears, the worry came right back in a cold rush. Did I miss something in his behavior? Swept up in his charm? Why had he been so quick to dismiss me from the whole thing? Thought I had no secrets to hide, the way he talked like I wasn't part of the problem. Like he knew something I didn't. Been so casual, so calm. Over and over, thoughts swirled around my head. Thought I wanted to deny. Had he done it? I don't think so. Got the bags from Red. I'll have to hand them over to the twins the next time I see them. Says he got the Saturday report. Oh? You got something there, Runt? Red's a trucker that got stranded in Silk Chrome when the blackout hit. Tries to keep everybody in good spirits by running the town radio station, and the popularity he's gained from it has turned Hunter against him in a bad way. Is it in my inventory? It's in my fucking inventory. What are they swinging from? Oh my god. Okay. You know, I wanted to finish the whole thing up today. My throat's dry, I'm tired, I'm hungry. We've hit the 2-hour mark. It's a visual novel. I should have known the demo was gonna be long as fuck. But it's okay. Coffee bean?
I'm sorry, Mittens.
But also, you instigate that shit sometimes. Alright. Will it save automatically at certain points of the day? Leaving in the middle of... Yes. We're gonna stop for today. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. Let me get this game closed. Any minute now, and then I can see who we can raid. Hot as fucking this room too. Where's my title screen? There we go. Exit. I'm gonna get the phone on. That was fun. We'll definitely get back to the rest of the demo at some point next week. If I have the time. I don't think I've got anything next week. Baby. I mean, I think Simba's blood work is Thursday, but that's Thursday and I don't stream on Thursdays, so it works out. But other than that, unless my fatigue is still beating my ass, then you know. Anyway, we're gonna read Skullvolver, who is currently streaming the new game that came out, I think yesterday or today, Mama's Sleeping Angels. Is I don't know much about the game, but I know that it looks really cool, so we're gonna go there. If my energy levels go back to the way they were, we'll finish that demo. Pathologic 3 Monday, probably. And maybe I'll see if I can get some friends again for Phasmophobia on Friday. But yeah, that's it. I hope everyone had a good one. Take care of each other. And I'll see you next time. Good night. Bye bye.